This e-content I am explaining about the nitrogen cycle. So although man and other land animals are living in an ocean of air that is 75% nitrogen, their supply of food is limited more by the availability of fixed nitrogen. Fixed nitrogen is very important for our life. As it exists in the atmosphere, nitrogen is an inert gas except to the comparatively few organisms that have the ability to convert the element to a combined form. A smaller but still significant amount of atmospheric nitrogen is fixed by ionizing phenomena such as cosmic radiation, lightning, which momentarily provide the high energy needed for the nitrogen to react with the oxygen or the hydrogen of water. Nitrogen is also fixed by marine organisms, but the largest single natural source of fixed nitrogen is probably terrestrial microorganism and association between such microorganisms and plants. Blue-green algae are among the few free-living organisms capable of combining nitrogen with hydrogen. Until this primary fixation process is accomplished, the nitrogen is the air cannot be assimilated by the overwhelming majority of plants or by any animal. Few bacteria are also free-living nitrogen fixers. The remaining nitrogen-fixing microorganism lives symbiotically with the higher plants. Nitrogen cycle, like the water, oxygen and carbon cycle, it also involves all regions of the biosphere. Although the supply of nitrogen in the atmosphere is virtually inexhaustible, it must be combined with the hydrogen or oxygen before it can be assimilated by higher plants, which in turn are consumed by animals. Man has intervened the historical nitrogen cycle by the larger scale cultivation of nitrogen fixing legumes and by the industrial fixation of nitrogen. The amount of nitrogen fixed annually by these two expeditions now exceed by perhaps 10% the amount of nitrogen fixed by terrestrial ecosystem before the advent of the agriculture. Nitrogen cycle offers a rich variety of important biological and abiotic processes. Compounds of nitrogen also play an important role in a wide range of contemporary environmental issues. The cycle also offers some very interesting fossils. Why does the Earth have a predominantly nitrogen atmosphere? What factors are responsible for the striking increase in atmospheric nitrous oxide? To fully understand some of the major players in the nitrogen cycle, we should also consider some of the industrial and social implications of these compounds. Nitric acid is a very strong acid, and in the troposphere, nitrogen oxides also produce, but in a general manner, it is very important for the nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen dioxide also very little, and it is also very important for this in this cycle. Nitrous oxide, nitric acid, in many respects, is all involved in the this nitrogen cycle. Biological transformation of nitrogen compounds. On a global basis, the internal biological nitrogen cycle accounts for 95% of all nitrogen processes. Nitrogen fixation is a very important process in which nitrogen is the atmosphere reacts to form any nitrogen compound. Biological nitrogen fixation is the enzyme catalyzed reaction. Here ammonia assimilation is the process is taking place. Nitrification is also taking place. Assimilatory nitrogen reduction is taking place. Ammonification is taking place. denitrification is taking place. All of these processes are mediated by various types of microorganisms. Biological nitrogen fixation is the ultimate source of nitrogen in all living organisms. In the absence of industrial fertilizers, it can be done by variety of bacteria, algae, both symbiotic and free living, although in general, the symbiotic organisms are quantitatively more significant. There are two major limitations to biological nitrogen fixation. The first is that the process takes a large amount of input energy to overcome the high activation energy of the nitrogen. The second limitation is that nitrogen fixation is a reductive process, highly sensitive to the presence of oxygen. And so only those organisms that live in anaerobic environments or can provide an anaerobic environment will fix nitrogen. In terrestrial systems, the symbiotic bacteria, particularly strains of the genus Rhizobium, are a significant source of nitrogen fixation. These bacteria are found on the roots of many leguminous plants and have been used agriculturally as a means of replenishing soil nitrogen. Many of these organisms are anaerobics or have developed mechanisms to maintain an anaerobic environment. In freshwater aquatic system, cyanobacteria are believed to account for 75% of the total fixed nitrogen. In marine system, little is known about the nitrogen fixing capacity. Cyanobacteria are widespread so that significant nitrogen fixation is possible, and this would be a major global source of fixed nitrogen. By comparison to terrestrial system, denitrification in the oceans is very poorly understood. There are different views on whether the oceans are the source or sink of nitrogen oxide. From a biogeochemical cycle perspective, the internal biological nitrogen cycle is not a simple system. It still appears to be true that the largest nitrogen input to the biosphere is a biological fixation, and the primary loss from the biosphere is denitrification. So this figure is explained the nitrogen cycle.